Hi guys, and today we continue with, let's say, some series with the mechanical keyboards. So today we have the GAMING GXT890 CADA mechanical gaming keyboard. This is very interesting for me because this is the first time I'll be doing a review, unboxing and testing for you guys of the gaming keyboard, any sort. Now, you know that I usually do standard unboxing, some talk of the technical specs, and then some testing review, and of course you want to hear this Outemu Red switches, linear switches, and their clicking sound. So we're going to do that as well. After the intro, let's dive into some details about the keyboard and that kind of stuff. So stay tuned and, well, let's dive in. First of all, we have some sort of an introduction on how to download the drivers for the keyboard, how to connect it, and you have the FAQ here, the website for the FAQ, for the details, manuals, and everything else. Here you have a nice GXT Gaming sticker, and you have the link and compliance information about the GXT890 CADA mechanical RGB. I forgot to say it's RGB as well. Sorry to miss that, but that will be something actually more interesting when you're into the keyboard gaming. Now, you don't need for your keyboard to go all 16.8 million colors or whatever each keyboard has. You could always set it to a fixed color like I do, and to match your setup, to match all the other colors that are in your setup. But if you wish and if you like, you could always go RGB and go crazy with different colors. Now, here we have the keyboard, and I have to say the keycaps look really out of the whole, let's say, housing of the keyboard. Now, looking at like this, you can see that it has loads of potential just by the looks. It does look quality. The top chassis looks and is nice metal brush. It has the sides brushed, so it gets a nice final touch on the curves and on the edges. You have all these standard keycaps, so you have the numeric pad, you have the arrows here, num lock, caps lock, and the screw lock. You have the gaming mode as well. Now let's go into some details. I already mentioned that the keyboard has Outemu Red linear switches, and I'm really curious how the press and the switch and everything works when you play, when you type, and of course the click sound. The click sound is always important, right? I mean, you know, the mechanical switches, they always make that strong clicking sound. So if you're in your room and somebody next to you is, I don't know, sleeping or something like that, you don't want the keyboard to do some crazy sounds. Now, this keyboard, just by typing it like this, it doesn't have that strong click sound that will wake up your neighborhood. It has, I would say, a bit dampened sound, so it doesn't have that strong click, which is always a good thing, but it is, after all, a mechanical, and it should have a certain sound or certain click. The actuation point is 50G and the minimum actuation point is 35G. So basically that means where you don't need to press the key until the end, so it doesn't make that click. You can nicely press it with almost half of the force that is actually needed. and the actuation point is 2 millimeters. That is actually the half of it. The total travel is 4 millimeters. As for the lifespan of the keycaps and the key switches is 50 million clicks, so that is actually, it started to be some kind of standard between the keyboards and the manufacturers that manufacture keyboards for gaming and for other purposes. Now this is 50 million. They done a pretty solid test, I would say. And let's check some other stuff. As I mentioned, it has the RGB illumination backlight that you could change through your Trust Gaming software, which you could actually you install it to your operational system, and when you connect your keyboard, then you do all kind of wizardry. Now, as I said, you have the gaming here at the right top, let's say logo and LED that shines up when you press the FN button and the Windows key. So that means you disable the Windows key and any other key that actually will make some problems while gaming. For instance, you don't want to jump out of a gaming session by accidentally pressing the Windows key. This is just a nice touch, not adding any extra buttons, but just giving you the opportunity to disable this key and play and game without any interruption. Now, these are some kind of a core technical specifications. Let's jump in and connect the keyboard to my computer, see the software, see the illumination, and of course test out the switches and to hear their sound. As you heard in my testing part, the keycaps are very quiet and the actuation point actually isn't that high, so you don't have to press the key that low and to get that maximum clicking sound from the mechanical keyboard. It's actually pretty quiet and pretty nice. The Outemu Red linear switches are really nicely designed here in this CADA keyboard because it doesn't have that. I'm used to Romer G switches and I actually didn't have any problem adjusting to the new and the different switches. This is really something really cool because from MX Sherry and all the other switches I really needed some time to get used to those clicks and to those press and the force that you need to put into clicking the switches. But that's all there is to it about the switches. I mean, very positive feedback, I have to say, and you heard the sound, the noise. It's not even that loud, I would say. Now, as I said, it has a nice brush. It has a nice brushed cutout on the sides. You won't get cut by going here because I'm constantly doing this, and no no scars here. And the colors are nice and vivid, but since I have these strong soft boxes, you can't see them right from this angle. Right here you can see that they're very nice and very nice colors. They're really nicely shown, and the keycaps go out very easily if you decide to clean your keyboard, and back in without a single problem. To sum it all up, guys, we have the GXT890 Trust Gaming CADA mechanical keyboard. Now, as you've seen in the whole video I did, you have a nice RGB illumination, that you have loads of sets and presets that you could adjust through your Trust Gaming software. You have a nice Outemu Red linear switches, which give you a nice silent press. If you're not using the full force, you can type without a problem, and even if you decide to go all crazy on the keyboard while gaming, it still doesn't make that much of a sound. So I would say they're much quieter than some other manufacturers. Also, the top plate is full metal, so it gives you a nice design and a nice feel of quality. It is not bendable that easy, and that is the most important. You have 5 rubber pads beneath, so the keyboard stays completely on your table while gaming, and gives you some kind of, let's say, confidence that your keyboard won't slip if you're in some, I don't know, last zone on PUBG or something like that. So guys, thank you for watching. I'll put the links below for you to check out the CADA Gaming keyboard, which has a really nice price actually for all these features that I just mentioned. Don't forget to also to check their other peripherals. Also, link for the Trust Gaming website is below. So that will be all. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. More cool stuff as always coming, and well, I'm excited to show you. Thank you, and bye bye.